She lost her career for rescuing a Navy SEAL 24 hours later. Her doorbell chimed, and her world transformed forever. Electric tension filled the hospital conference room as the administrator's declaration cut through the atmosphere like an icy sword. Your employment ends today. No justification, no deliberation, just a hushed chamber filled with averted gazes and rustling documents. They couldn't even summon the courage to face her directly. Emily Carter, her medical uniform still marked with dried crimson stains, stood motionless. Her fingers shook not from terror, but from something more piercing, abandonment. Just one day earlier, she had gambled everything to preserve a stranger's life. Now they cast her aside as though she held no value. Blood wasn't foreign to Emily. Working trauma medicine, she'd witnessed battlefield horrors firsthand. Yet nothing prepared her for that critical moment, a patient riddled with dozens of gunshot wounds, carrying no identification, no support team. Only a desperate voice over the phone. He belongs to us. Please, no inquiries, just save him. And she did exactly that. The SEAL's vital signs were nearly extinguished when paramedics rushed him through emergency doors. His torso was devastated. No opportunity for administrative procedures. No chance for authorization requests. Pure medical instinct battling against fading life signs. She struggled for endless hours, suturing, controlling hemorrhaging, summoning him back from death's edge. Victory was hers, but institutional policies lacked compassion. When administrators discovered she'd circumvented standard protocols to rescue an anonymous patient, deemed beyond medical intervention, swift action followed. Her dismissal came without ceremony or acknowledgement, just frigid institutional machinery. Emily departed the medical facility with dignity intact, though internally she was shattering. This represented more than employment. It defined her existence, her very essence. She had devoted everything to the healthcare system, only to receive abandonment in return. Haunting recollections pursued her homeward journey. The copper scent of trauma still permeated her clothing. Her living space, previously offering peaceful sanctuary, now felt constraining. Overwhelming quietude pressed against her consciousness. The magnitude of her losses settled heavily, like crushing weight against her chest. That evening, she positioned herself beside the window, observing rainfall patterns while questioning her choices, wondering whether preserving his existence justified destroying her professional future. Her communication device remained inactive. No hospital colleagues reached out. Nobody advocated on her behalf. Indifference reigned supreme, until her doorbell sounded. Dawn was approaching, barely illuminating the horizon. Emily, still dressed in wrinkled medical attire, cautiously approached her entrance. Opening the barrier revealed an extraordinary sight. 6 towering figures stood silently on her threshold, their commanding presence flooding the corridor like an incoming wave. Introduction was unnecessary. Their bearing and expressions, hardened through years of carrying unspoken responsibilities, revealed everything. The lead figure advanced. His arm was supported by medical equipment, his complexion pale yet unmistakably alive. This was him, the individual she had battled to preserve. In his functional hand, he grasped a ceremonially folded banner. Without verbal exchange, he offered it to her, his grip steady and his stare unwavering. A brief message was concealed within the fabric. You preserved one of our brotherhood. Now you possess all of us. Emily's throat constricted painfully. Words seemed impossible as emotional weight prevented speech. The man acknowledged her silent appreciation with understanding. We never abandon our family, he declared finally, his tone weathered yet resolute. You belong with us now? Behind him, the remaining figures maintained their vigil not as military personnel, but as kinsmen. Silent observers of connections no regulation could dissolve. Emily's hands quivered as she unfolded the banner, tears dropping onto its surface. His subsequent words became permanently etched in her consciousness. Certain individuals obey regulations. Others preserve existence. Your choice was correct. The medical institution had sealed its doors to her, but these men had opened entirely different opportunities. In subsequent days, something remarkable occurred. Information circulated. Veterans, active service members, and complete strangers began appearing at her residence. They didn't arrive offering sympathy, they brought employment opportunities, appreciation letters, and speaking invitations. Some simply maintained quiet solidarity, creating a sea of uniforms throughout her neighborhood. The hospital had disgraced her privately, but now society supported her publicly and unmistakably. When hospital leadership recognized public opinion had shifted, they attempted reconciliation. An apologetic correspondence arrived alongside an offer to restore her position. Emily never responded. Her silence provided the answer, because certain conflicts aren't waged through clamor, but through quiet, unwavering integrity. The man she rescued would later forward another message. When systems fail, heroes emerge. Emily never pursued recognition, she didn't require it. What she discovered was infinitely more valuable, a family connected not through genetics, but through shared sacrifice. Sometimes the pathway that closes before you isn't defeat, simply the corridor leading toward your true destination. If you understand that genuine heroism often goes unrecognized, that real courage means choosing what's right over what's safe, share your location with us. Tell us your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more stories celebrating those who answer the call when it matters most.